My name is Tim Gallus, Chief Idea Officer at Barkely. One is employees, one is customers, and even new customers, and another is partnerships. So in general, we think brands should be thinking about useful innovation in all of those areas. The brands that are going to come out of this stronger are the ones that are finding really smart ways to innovate. I think it's really important, and you're seeing brands find this time to not only press the pause button or a panic button, but actually to press a prototype or an innovation button. In general, it's always great to practice sustaining innovation, which is really driving and making your current products, your current customer set as great as can be, but also having a counterpart to that, which is really disruptive, which is preparing you for new markets, new ideas, and in a way it takes a whole different team to kind of do that. Can you find an innovation that is different than what you were doing before COVID-19? And is that something that will protect you? I think that it's a really powerful way to think about the world, but it does take discipline, because you can't have the same team innovating to keep your business going in the normal days, and then ask them also to innovate for what a new world looks like. I think it goes without saying, being tone deaf, trying to really capitalize on this time in a way that's not useful. So one of the POVs that we've really stated basically since the nationwide lockdown is really to find ways to be useful. And if you're not being useful, then it's probably not something that you should say right now. So that sounds simple, but you're seeing a lot of brands still, even in this peak period, kind of miss that useful tone and those useful actions. I think specifically with voice, I think that it's a great time to innovate and communicate all the values of voice and how it will lead to hyper-convenience. I think that we're seeing it in different places, especially in the restaurant world, especially with limited resources, and voice has played a big role there. And I think that my recommendation right now would be to prototype and to do testing in market and with consumer base and new customers right now, because I think the adoption rate hopefully will come out stronger after this versus going back to the world that we were living in pre-COVID, where there was still a lot of physical interaction. Now's the time to get on that road to become what we would call a whole brand. And then ultimately they're measured obviously by profit, the performance of all of their areas, but really the impact they make on people, the impact that they make on communities, and the impact that ultimately they make on the planet. You're seeing the brands that have done that were prepared for this. I think they are whole brands, and I think they're going to come out of this much stronger than a lot of other brands.